but for today, we are the guest at Jack's midget garage. I mean, Jack's garage for his midget.
It is a midget garage too. It's small.
And we have set up to go and determine the weight, the total weight of his MG midget today, using some tools that he developed. And so I think we should get started. During the session, anytime if you have a question that is directly related to what Jack is saying, or if you want a clarification or have a suggestion, feel free to jump in. And then at the end, when everything is done, how heavy or how light the midget is, we can start any other questions or technical comments related to other topics of our MG. So let's start and get the weight of Jack's MG midget.
Okay. Well, welcome. And so I'm surprised this many people really want to know, figure out how to weigh their car, but maybe you just don't have anything else to do today. But anyway, glad you're here. So why do you want to weigh your car? You'll move something?
No, leave it as it is.
You can look in your owner's manual and it'll tell you how much your car weighs or how much it weighed when it came from the factory. But some people like to modify their cars, and one of the easy ways to improve your performance and get more horsepower is to reduce the weight. So less weight to carry around makes your car feel peppier, even though it's got the same power. Is that looking at me?
Yes.
It looks crooked. All right. So there's a couple of ways you can weigh your car, and for the longest time I wanted to know how much my car weighed. I made some modifications, put alloy wheels on it and all that kind of stuff, and so it must have weighed less. So one of the ways is to go to a truck stop, one of these big truck stop scales, and weigh it. Well, we were on a trip, I think we were going to Chattanooga, and we stopped at QT in Adairsville, which is the last QT going north on 75. And they have a truck stop there with the scale. So I walked back to the lady at the truck stop counter and said, can you weigh a car that weighs 2,000 pounds? Because the truck stops weigh trucks for 30, 40, 50,000 pounds. And she said, yeah, shouldn't be any problem. Just pull around on the scale, and when you get on the scale, just reach out and push the button and it contacts me, and I'll turn it on. So I drove around back, and well, these scales are designed for big trucks, and those guys must sit 6 or 8 feet above the ground. So when I pulled up on the scale, the button was so far up, I had to get out of the car so I could stand up and push the button to let her know I was there. So I pushed the button, and she said, are you on the scale? I said, yes. And she said, well, I'm not getting any indication. You sure you're on the scale? I said, yeah. I said, okay, I guess it's not going to work. So it didn't work. And so maybe it was because she didn't know how to weigh it or what. But anyway, so the truck stop didn't work for me. So another way is if racers have these sets of scales, it's like 4 platform scales, 4 identical scales. You drive the car up, each wheel is on a scale, and you can get the total weight and each corner weight, which is important when you're racing. But those things are about $1,500 for a set of 4 scales, which was too much just to weigh your car one time. So the easiest way is you can actually just get a bathroom scale and weigh it using the bathroom scale. Physics tells us that you can weigh 1 wheel at a time separately and then add up the 4 weights, and that's the weight of your car. So the only issue is you have to get a scale that'll weigh 1/4 the weight of your car. So I found on Amazon a called the Eat Smart Precision 550-pound scale. This is a 550-pound scale that for 550 pounds weighing each corner, you could weigh up to a 2,200 pound car. I also noticed, I was at Costco just last week, I think, they have some 500 pound bathroom scales on sale or promotion, whatever they call it, for $15. I think they're $30 a piece, $15. Now you can use smaller scales like a 300 standard 300 or 330 pound scale or 500, and you just get two of them, put them side by side. You can cut a piece of wood, set it across the two small scales, and you can weigh a corner that way. So if you got two 500 pound scales, you could weigh up to 1,000 pounds, which would weigh up to a 4,000 pound car, which I don't think any of our little British cars weigh that much. So you can add up each corner, and then that'll give you the total weight of your car. That's pretty easy, except it's not quite that easy. That to weigh them accurately, the car has to be level. Now this scale is only about an inch thick. So if you put this under one wheel, other three wheels are on the ground, this wheel is going to be an inch higher. It doesn't seem like that would make much difference, but it does. I did a test and I weighed one front wheel and one rear wheel with the other three wheels on the ground, and then I leveled the car and weighed them the same. And it turns out that with the car, the three wheels on the ground, the front and the rear front weighed like 20 pounds higher, and the rear weighed like 30 pounds higher. So that's 50 pounds error. And if you do that on the other side, that's 100 pound error because the car is not level. So how do you level it? Easy. Find something that's the same thickness as your scale, like a piece of wood. This is 1 inch thick wood. Some scrap I had, so I cut 4 pieces of this. And all you need to do is jack the car up, put a piece of this under 3 wheels, put the scale under the 4th wheel, and then weigh the car, and you got your weight. This scale, these new bathroom scales, don't ask me why, but the designers have decided to make this top, it's glass. It's a piece of glass with a little thin sheet of, looks like stainless or aluminum or something on it. And I was a little worried about dropping 500 pounds on this glass, but then I figured, well, it's designed to weigh a 550 pound person and not break. So I guess it'd weigh a 550 pound car and not break. So in the several times I've done it, it didn't break. So I guess it's okay. All right. So you ready to try it? See how to do it?
All right.
Okay. So I'll use this wheel here. Okay. So I took the liberty of going ahead and I put the wood on the other 3 wheels, so I wouldn't have to waste time just jacking the car up. Jack the car up, put your piece of wood under the other 3 wheels.
Oh, sorry.
Put your jack under, slowly lower it down. And read your weight, which is 427 pounds. 427 pounds. Let's see if that's close to what I did the other day. So also, I forgot to mention, they tell you to calibrate the scale whenever you move it, which is real easy. Which I forgot to do. So on this scale, On this scale, you just activate it till the light comes on, and then leave it till it goes off, and it's calibrating itself. It says to do that when you move it. I don't know if it's real necessary, but let's find out.
Can you drop it one more time?
It's gonna go off in a minute.
It's at 0 now.
Yeah, it'll go. Okay.
Oh, it went off.
Now it's calibrated.
No, it went off.
Yeah, no. It's calibrated. All right, now we're gonna wait.
426.
426. Okay.
Which wheel are we going to do now?
Can you show where you're lifting with that portable camera?
Could you say that again, please?
Show his lift point there on the 2 A-frames or whatever. What do you? Take your camera. Show where that jack goes.
Turn on the light. Here we go.
I'm lifting it on the cross member.
Yeah. Okay.
That way I can change the left and right side at the same time easily. Is that what you wanted to know?
Yep. Thank you.
You need to weigh all 4 wheels, or can you do 2 and have it double?
No, because all 4 are different.
Okay.
As you can see, Jack is now moving the scale to the left front wheel and the piece of wood on the right front wheel, and lowering the car back on the scale.
So Jack,
The cord on the camera is not long enough, but this one reads 408 pounds.
408.
Jack. Hey Jack.
Yeah.
Did you empty your car out of everything that you could take out?
Because I just want to know how much it weighed, like it normally is when I'm driving down the road. I've got, a half tank of gas or something. I've got spare tire and tools and parts, everything but passengers and luggage.
So you can't compare that then with the weight in the book.
Well, the weight in the book is there's 2 weights in the book. What they call a curbside, and that is with full fuel tank, all options, extras, and accessories. And then there's a normal weight, which is the curbside weight plus 2 passengers, driver, passenger, and 50 pounds of luggage. So, yeah, I mean, the curbside weight would have a spare tire in it, but no tools and parts.
Right. So I was interested to know how much weight you shaved off the car.
Yeah, unless you do it at the beginning, you don't know. But you can take everything out, take all your tools, parts, and cleaning supplies and all that stuff, take it out, and then weigh it, and you just have the car with it. But it's just kind of a way to monitor it. And if you do something, if you weigh it once and then put different wheels and tires or something on it, you could see if it's, of course, you can weigh the tire and wheel separately, I guess, too. Okay, for some reason that seems odd, those numbers.
Hey, John, are you snoring?
John, who's snoring? Let me see if. Okay, I didn't calibrate this. I don't think it matters. We're gonna find out. Let's see if it matters very much. That was 408.
8. Yes.
The four numbers
408.
I heard add up to 1669.
Jack was a little surprised by the 408 on the left front. So he calibrated the scale again and it came up as 408 right spot on for the second time. So it's as good as it's going to get today.
Reinout, this is Joe. I have a question.
Yes, Joe.
This is a great way of doing tech sessions. The presenter, is there any way that the presenter can do a full screen so we don't have to look at a little tiny square?
You can do that. You can do that on your own. You can set your Zoom to a speaker view. And then as long as Jack talks, it will go full screen.
Okay. Did not know that.
The speaker view and gallery view are in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. It's and it says view. Just click on the word view. I'm saying it for everybody else.
Yeah, you're filling my screen now, Paul. Such a wonder.
Yeah, you're filling mine. But I got to go, guys.
Yes,
Nice
to the
seeing
rear
you.
too. We're going to do the rear too, but because we had to resort to plan B on the camera, I may not be able to get all the way to the back of the garage. But I'd like to know what the difference front and back and what the difference left to right is. So let's Jack measure the weight on the rear wheels also.
Reinout, this is John Miller. Can I ask a question?
Sure, John, go ahead.
So it has to do with the scale calibration. Looks to me like this is a self-calibration, but I'm wondering if he has ever put a known load on there somewhere around 400 pounds.
No.
The answer is no. It is a self-calibrating bathroom scale indeed. One of these things that you put on the bathroom floor, push the button, and wait till it reaches 0. But we do not know. Jack has never put a known heavy weight on it.
Okay.
You're also presuming that the garage floor is level.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the right rear.
I think and I can't get close enough to Jack with this cable, but anyhow, I think a garage floor is level enough for our purpose of weighing the car. If you want to prepare your car and set it up for a racetrack, and you want to have it purposely loaded front or rear or left or right to take full advantage of the gravity and the mechanical forces on the track, then the garage may not be level enough. But for us, just want to see the front to back and left to right ratio and the total weight. I'm pretty sure this garage floor is accurate enough. 425 on the right rear wheel. And now you can barely see Jack in the back there, but that's how long the cable is.
Reinout, I missed a little bit in the beginning when Jack was talking about why you'd want to weigh your car. At some point, can y'all go over that again?
Yes, when we total the weight up, Jack is going to sit here at the desk again and he can talk about that a little bit more.
Thank you.
But the real answer is just because we want to know it because we are able to figure it out. I don't think it will change anything we do, but it's just figure it out. But Jack may have another angle on that.
457.6. 457.6 on the
We'll move the camera back into the tripod. Take your seat back, Jack, and do the math.
All right. Just got a calculator. So I got 408. That's 426. That's 457. 425. Okay, so I added them 4 digits up. I got 1,716 pounds, 716.6 pounds.
What did the book say?
The book says curbside, which is full fuel tank, all optional accessories and extras, 1746. 1746. Of course, that does not include tools, parts, and
And what was your weight now?
716. But 716. I did it the other day and I got 1721. So I don't know how accurate it is or what's but okay, so
Jack, what is your front to rear weight distribution?
well it's
I'm calculating it right now.
so it seems counterintuitive, but the rear is heavier. You got the engine in the front of this car, but the way you sit, and for some reason the back, it's the front is 408 and 426. That's 834, but the rear
886.
886. So it's a little, it's close to 50-50, but not a little bit more biased to the rear. But for some reason, the left rear is a good bit heavier than the right rear. And the only thing I can figure out maybe is steering column, steering wheel, and all that is on the left side. Because the stuff in my trunk, I don't think I have any excessively heavy stuff on the left side of my trunk. But anyway. So what
The
you figure?
battery's also on the left, right? The battery?
No, on the midget, the battery is right behind the engine, in the middle. It's in the middle, right behind the engine.
Your exhaust system is on the driver's side.
Okay, the exhaust pipe's on the left side. That's true. So that may be it right there.
What about the spare wheel?
It's right in the middle.
Oh, is it?
Okay, so
It's 19-pound difference, left to right in the rear. So
yeah, I got almost 20, 25. So the first time I did this, can we share a screen? Okay. The first time I did this, I wrote down my little notes and added them up, and it was 1,741.4 pounds. But I didn't know how accurate that was. Maybe it wasn't even close. The first time I did it, it was over 1,800, and that was when before I realized I had to level the car and I had 3 wheels on the ground. It made a 100-pound difference.
Mm.
So after I weighed this, I found a recycle center, metal recycling center. It wasn't too far away. And when you go there, they weigh your car when you go in, and then they take all your scrap metal, and then they weigh your car when you come out, or your truck, and they subtract the difference, and that's how they know how much scrap metal to pay you for. So I went up there and asked if I could weigh my car, and they said, yeah. So let me see if I can share this screen with you. Hold on. Oh crap! Are we still there?
Yep.
Hello?
We are still on, but you're not sharing a screen.
Oh, wait a minute. Share screen.
The share screen will be under one of these logos.
So can you see that now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the car on the scale. Uh-oh, I just,
Well, that doesn't matter. That she did now.
I went to this recycling center, weighed the car, and the lady gave me a little sticker readout. And when I did it at home, it was 1741.4. And you can't hardly see it, but on her little certified scale, it was 1740. So it was within 1.4 pounds of what I did at home. So it's close. So it's close. I don't think you'll be able to see it because it's very faint on there.
You can barely read it, but it is the official weighing report of Jack's car that you can see now on Jack's screen. Anyhow, so the
amount of gasoline you have in the car would make that much difference.
I probably used a fourth of a gallon of gas or something to get over there, so maybe that's the difference. But anyway, the point is it was close, so it's a fairly accurate way to do it. If you can level a car and just have to go around, weigh each side and add them up. Seems to work.
Now, Jack, how much were the scales again? It cost?
Well, it depends on what day you order them from Amazon. I think these were like, it was less than $40, $39, but then I think I saw, went back on Amazon, same thing, and it was different, it was cheaper. But what I was talking about earlier, you can get two small scales and just connect them with a piece of wood. They have to be identical, so they'll be the same height and all.
Yeah.
Put a piece of wood across both platforms and then lower your car on top of that, and you can use two scales. It's the same. It'll just add up. They'll be half. The weight will be half on each scale. And so if you find, like Costco had the 500-pound scales for $15. I should have picked up two of them, I guess.
No, 4 of them.
Or 4. Well, 2, you could get 4, I guess, but that's only going to weigh up to a 2,000-pound car. I don't know how much MGBs weigh. I'm sure MGCs are probably over that, but MGBs close to 2,000 pounds, 1,800, 1,900. I don't know.
MGBs are like 2320, something.
Really?
In there. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so then you probably need to get 2. So I saw on a YouTube video, some guy was demonstrating this method, except he went and bought 10 cheap bathroom scales. See, most scales just go to about 300 pounds or 330, something like that. He bought 10 of them, put 3, of course, I think he was weighing like a big car, a real car. He used 3 on each rear wheel and 2 on each front, I think, bridged with a piece of wood, which was kind of overkill, but you could get 2. It's not that big a deal. It doesn't take 30 minutes to jack up each corner and put your scale under there and weigh them. But if you had 2, you just cut a piece of wood, put between them, and that way you could increase your capacity of the size of the car you were weighing.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on, can you guys still hear us?
Can't see you.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit more on why you would want to weigh your car?
Just curiosity.
Because Aviva missed that part.
Well, a lot of us like to customize our cars. Some of them just customize to make them look different, and some customize to make them more reliable. But some of us customize them just to increase the performance. So one of the easiest way to increase your performance, get more horsepower, essentially, is just to lose weight. So if you can decrease the weight of the car, you're essentially adding horsepower, sort of. So how do you monitor that? The only way to monitor it would be to weigh it at the beginning, and then as you make modifications, you can weigh it again and see if how much weight you've lost or gained.
I saw Wally on the forum today. Maybe Wally can elaborate also a little bit about the importance of left-right balance and front to rear balance on a race car.
Well, I know at the track, they do weigh all four corners, and one of the requirements also is that you can't be overweight in spec classes. But I've not done any work that way. I know Scott takes his car to a mechanic that they do adjust the cars so that they do have the weight distribution set up for racing.
Thank you. Does anybody have any other questions about weighing the car? Aviva?
It's not about weighing the car, but Jack, where'd you get that MG light up sign? I want one for our garage.
Oh, that?
Yes.
I think that was a door prize at a car show I went to one time. I don't remember where. I just dropped a ticket, or they dropped, it was a door prize, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, a unladen MGB I'm reading is 1920. Curb weight is 2030, and gross weight is 2430.
Yeah, the gross weight is like with passenger driver and 50 pounds of luggage, I think.
And of course, rubber bumper cars are considerably heavier because they have a lot of weight inside the rubber bumper.
Yeah, this says 62 through 70 MGB.
Yeah, so you might need to get two scales.
Last time I weighed my car, it's an MGB. It has a GM V6 and transmission, and I weighed 2250, and that's with my rubber bumpers.
Joe, is your engine aluminum or cast iron?
Cast iron, but it's lighter than the MGB 4-cylinder by about 40 pounds.
Wow.
Just different casting technology.
Yeah. Where'd you weigh it? Did you just go to a truck stop somewhere?
Pull apart north.
Oh. They'll weigh it for you?
Yeah, it's not far from my house.
Okay. I thought they just weigh it when you're selling them, see how much.
No, they let me pull on there and weigh it. I don't know if everybody went there, they may stop it, but occasionally.
It's probably that big of a demand for people who want to weigh their cars.
Exactly.
Well,
any other questions? I see no questions anymore on the chat box.
A question I had for you, Reinhardt, was how's the MGC coming along?
Do you have any other questions? I have made no progress. I've done a lot of things, but I have not done any work on my MGC.
You've been busy working with this little kid, I know.
That's all right. I've been doing all kinds of things. I'm not worried about it, but I haven't made any progress. So when we're all vaccinated and can get together again, we'll have a tech session at my house, and you'll see we are exactly where we left off before this all started. Any other questions?
Your video quality is really good right now, Reinout.
Thank you.
Right now, or the whole time, or just right now?
Well, today.
Oh.
It's better than it was the other day, at the last tech session.
I think I used the same tool as a camera, but the last time we were on maybe a little weaker Wi-Fi signal. And here we are at Jack's, and I have full strength of Wi-Fi for the tool. So that's why it works. And the video camera, believe it or not, it's an old beaten up iPhone that I use. But the trick is to use not the selfie camera while you're looking at the screen, but the camera on the front side of the phone, which is a high quality camera to make high quality photographs of whatever you make photographs of normally. And that camera is at least the quality of a webcam, if not better. I have an old phone. I'm sure if you take an iPhone 12 or any Samsung or whatever product that's not 6 or 7 or 8 years old, it even gets better with the front camera. But it works just fine. So thank you. Anything else? We'll do another one soon, I hope.
I put in the chat a phone number for Kaiser. They'll vaccinate non-members, and there's no wait on hold. So if you're tired of this website nonsense, just call them and they'll put you in. But be prepared to go out to Gwinnett or down south of Jonesboro for the Pfizer.
Oh, okay. Anything else? Afifa, did you want to say something?
I just wanted to say that this was another successful tech session. I enjoyed it very much. I'm going to have to figure out and get the help from Ollie to weigh my car. I want to know how much it weighs now. So thank you. Y'all did a great job. And Jack, thanks for letting us come into your garage there today.
Righty. Then if there's no more questions, I think we call it the end of the tech session. It is 11:30. We spent more than an hour on the car and a half hour on socializing and getting our technology straightened out. Enjoy your coffee, enjoy your donut. If you have any left, I do. And then see you next time.
Very good, thanks.
Thanks,
Good
Jack.
luck, guys.
Reinout.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.